Okay, we're gonna come to order here at 6:03 p.m. Changes or additions to the agenda. We're removing the school edition update. Pradeep couldn't make it tonight. He's gonna let us know what's going on at the next select board meeting. You guys got anything you want to add or get rid of?
No, we're good.
Okay, let's introduce ourselves for the record.
Scott Breyer, Select Board.
Dave Gallup, Select Board.
Matt Maxwell, Town Administrator.
Dave Barlow, Treasurer.
Deb Tangway, Town Clerk, Town Bookkeeper.
Thank you. Public comment. There is no public tonight. Next up, we have the Coventry Audit Engagement Letter. Jason Howley.
Yeah, I gotta sign that.
You gotta sign that.
Yep. It's our annual lengthy. I'm sure it's a good read. I read it.
I glanced at it today in my email.
It's really fascinating.
So you, they're engaged for one more year and then next year we're gonna get someone new probably.
That's the plan. Probably need to start advertising pretty soon.
So they will do just till July 1st, Dave, or June 30th?
Correct. He will audit fiscal year 22, which he's currently doing right now. And this is for that audit, fiscal year 22.
There you go, man.
So fiscal year 23 actually will be whoever it is you select based on a new advertisement. Over.
We need a motion on that, right, David?
I don't think so.
To accept a letter or what?
I guess you could motion to let Scott's, I mean, there's two different ways to do it, just to probably just to accept the move to accept the however the language is in that letter about
Okay, so
the fiscal year 22 audit, use Pace and Hawley auditors to conduct the.
so move.
Motion to accept.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next up, we have our town project updates. Dave, you want to talk about the underground electric at 150 Main Street?
So I've been trying to get a hold of co-op today, but I did talk to Troy Reynolds this morning. He didn't think there'd be any problem in going underground from the telephone pole down here by the dumpster over to the community center. And then if we wanted to go out to the parking lot, we would have to come out of that meter and go back across. I probably see no reason in tackling it right now. I think it's something we can do in the spring with a mini, and it'd probably be a little neater job. We can let that parking lot settle for a year, have all our ducks in a row.
Yeah, I think we should probably consider that and maybe put some money in the budget next year, or we might have enough in building and maintenance. David, how much money do we have in building and maintenance?
Well, we'll leap ahead to the treasurer's report. It's currently around 275,000.
So
Although you've probably got another 40,000 or so to go on the already expended in the meeting house, something like, in that ballpark. So you've probably got 225-ish.
So probably when we do our next year's budget, or the budget, we'll probably try to put some more money into building and maintenance. That way we don't ever drain the account, because I would imagine by the time we tar this and make a new, we can get some ideas, but I have a couple ideas about extending the rock wall and coming across, and either a ramp up to the existing front entryway and some lights in the parking area. I guess we could kind of come up with a design that we all like, and, you know, I would imagine with paving, and we probably spend $30,000 to $50,000
Oh, yeah.
probably on that project.
So that's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at. It looks good, though.
Yep.
Thanks. David did a good job.
Okay, on the Cleveland Meeting House, the painting is done. I'm a little confused here on the billing for that. So Jim originally quoted us $75,000. We paid him $35,000 up front. Then he submitted a bill for $3,500 for whatever the roofer screwed up. We paid that. And now he's just submitted his final bill, which was $41,600. I'm not sure where that other $1,600 is coming from.
No, it sounds less, 75,000.
He put in
Oh.
75,000, but right now
Oh.
we're total bills 80,100.
Yeah, you're right. It should be 1,600 less, right?
Right. So that last payment should have been 40 grand, but he billed us 41,600. I don't know where what that 1,600 is about. That's the only thing I'm confused on.
Because we approved the 3,500, remember, an extra word.
Right.
And
So,
the
yeah.
41,600 is in your packet right now, I believe.
So you want to just call him and find out?
Yeah, I can.
Is that?
Yeah.
Call him
I
and
just didn't know if he'd spoken to either one of you guys or mentioned anything, or if there's stuff. I didn't want to, you know, start harping on him if it was something that somebody had agreed to, and I just didn't know about it.
What was the 1,600?
something sounds familiar. He might have said something. Didn't we talk about $1,600 2 weeks ago?
I just remember the 3,500 and that we were gonna try to build the roofing company.
Right.
Right.
Which is this right here. He sent that in. And he writes right on there, that's for fixing.
Have you had a chance to send that to the roofing guy company?
I know, I've tried to contact that roofing guy several times, and but.
Eventually he'll get out to us. He'll want to get paid.
Right, he,
Okay.
but the same thing lasst time, like I emailed and called the guy like 4 or 5 times, and then he called you back like the first time. I don't know, I mean, I just.
Send me
That's what he sent me.
send me the email with his
Phone number on it.
phone number and the particulars.
Okay.
And then we can, I'll reach out to him, and if he says, yeah, just subtract that and I'm good with it, I'll have him fax you over, email you a new corrected adjusted bill, and then we'll pay him at the, then we get it
Okay.
approved. And if you want me to call,
No, I can call Jim. I just didn't know if anybody else knew where that 1,600 came from.
I don't know if you had to replace any rotten wood. or
That's what I was
boards.
kind of
think it
wondering.
was- I
He
think
might have
did
done
some-
some, ask him if it was, well, let him explain it, but maybe he replaced wood over on Gerard's side.
Okay,
Because he wasn't supposed to have to fix any wood, and I think he probably did.
Yeah.
Just,
and then he also mentioned that if we would like anything done with the windows, ceiling, plaster, he's capable of all that kind of stuff.
I don't know about doing anything with the ceiling, but I definitely think we should do the windows or
Yeah,
both, whichever.
we should at least do the window. You got that one that's boarded up. Be nice to get the windows done. We can worry about the ceiling. The ceiling don't look terrible right now.
No.
We can,
Can you have him come up? And then David could meet you over there. Why don't you meet
on the windows.
on the windows and go over it with him about which ones you want to glaze, or have him show you. I don't know
Yeah,
much
he'll
about it.
know more
He'll-
about it than I do. You can just meet with Matt. That's fine.
Or just meet with you, and he set up shop downstairs, and if he thinks it should wait till the spring when it's warmer, let's lock him in. But if he wants to do it now and it's okay, then
I think we got a warm week coming next week.
I'm gonna guess he could take them out one at a time and cover up the hole and work on them at his house or something. Kind of a winter project.
yeah, we're good.
They all need glazing. All the upper story ones at least.
How much time do you think it takes to do one? Is it like 5 hours or 8 hours or 2 hours?
Depends how much rotten wood there is. If nothing rotten, but there's got to be some rotten. probably window by window is gonna vary a lot.
So you'll meet with them?
Yeah, I'll call.
All right.
I'll ask him about the 1600 and then tell him that we want the windows done. Okay, any guys got any other questions on those two buildings or what used to be a building over here?
No.
Okay, next up, we have the September Treasurers Report, Dave Barlow.
All right. Okay, here we go. I'll assume you have it in front of you. I could put it up on the screen, but since we don't have anybody else in the public here today, it doesn't make sense maybe to do that. Of course, if they watch the recording. So busy month for spending from the reserve funds, and you can see that on under the reserve fund. In particular, buildings and maintenance, mostly that's church, meeting house stuff. We're spending from the solid waste fund again. That was a hazardous waste day, a park that wasn't reimbursed by the state. The roads infrastructure fund, believe that was the paving of Pine Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
And getting paid there. Reappraisal is probably I think that's a Monahan bill. And community and economic development is the sidewalk study. So you throw that together, the bulk of which was the road paving, quite a bit of money. The general fund without the reserve fund spending was a normal month. Nothing particular about that. 112,000 in, 155,000 out. We did just receive the latest check from Casella for third quarter, calendar year 2022. Slightly north, 565,000. Another record check.
Was it more tonnage or is it just because of the rates gone up too?
Well, I think it's both. I'd have to study it just a little bit to make sure I'm right on the tonnage thing. For sure the rates went up, but the tonnage looks like it's a recent high. I'd have to look back a little ways to see if it's historically where it fits. Sure.
Nice.
Hey, Dave, I won't get off track much, but on the reappraisal fund, aren't towns aren't towns funded through the state for that? And I think I've spoke to this before. We don't show a line item in a budget where we receive that money. Like most of your towns fund their reappraisal and all their work right through that.
I think we do have, it's just such a small amount of money. It doesn't draw much attention.
Yeah.
They sent us,
Thought it was like 16 grand, no?
no,
Okay.
it's in the less than 10 range. I'd have to look it up. Once we move off of this, I'll look it up and.
It's no big. I
let you know.
thought I mentioned it before, how we don't show it as a line item in budgeting.
There's two payments. One is $600, I know, because it's based on the assessors participating in the sales study. And the other one, I'd have to look up, but again, it's just a few thousand per year. But the intent is that you put it in a reserve fund every year and then when you reappraise, you spend it. But of course, as we know, reappraisal is an ongoing, constant event with the special properties in particular. So there's always something happening. So I won't labor too much on the investment side. While this thing was happening, the market hit a recent low, so it was bad news. Sorry, but we didn't sell anything, so that's good news. And John Henry has us mostly in cash, so also good news. I say mostly, just a simple majority, but he's been very careful about that. And I would expect he's probably going to start reinvesting soon. That leads me to a question, though. Previous years, we've budgeted, last couple of years, $250,000 a year to go towards the investment fund. And when I was an elected official, I took it upon myself just to send it based on the positive result from the voting on that article in town meeting. But my question is now, as a appointed official with duties as described by the select board, probably you'd like to see that on a warrant before I send that to Fidelity for investing through our investment advisor.
It probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we'll push that through next time.
okay.
And that would be for fiscal year 23. So other than that, unless there's questions, I'm finished.
Good.
No, I'm good, Dave. Thank you.
Do we need a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
No.
Never do.
I normally, no.
Okay. Budgets and appropriations. I've received budgets from treasurer's clerk, planning commission. Appropriations are up to $3,250 currently. Questions?
Any new ones that we've never seen before?
Nope.
No,
Not
just-
yet. I've only had two. One was for 250 and the other was for 3,000.
Oh.
And they were both repeat ones, same ones we get every year.
So another thing that would help me to, not that I'm gonna jump on it right now, but is if I got my expenditure reports.
Okay.
If I have an expenditure report, I kind of know where I'm at, and then I can work a little bit on
You talking to me or talking to David?
that. Both of you. I'll
Yeah. Okay. We'll shoot those out. You want it as of right now, or maybe at the end of the quarter?
End of the quarter be fine, Dave. I ain't gonna work on that till I get settled in with snow anyway.
January.
Well, I mean, it would be, end of the quarter would be September 30th.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Or even now, I'm gonna be spending some money too.
Okay, that will bring us to other business. Does anybody have any other business?
Oh. David had mentioned the roof on the garage needing to be repaired. We have an estimate from a local contractor to do the one side of the roof to match the other side, and it was as long as there was no rotted wood and everything was fine, it would be between $1,800 and $2,000. I don't know if we need a motion to do that, if it's something we want to fix or not fix.
I just didn't do it. I mean, I think I priced it. Do you remember Frank's email price? It was almost $800 of materials,
Yeah.
right? So. I just didn't do it.
Yeah, me too, before it leaks. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have money in building and maintenance, so
Let's
do we
do it.
just, do we need a motion?
Yeah.
Probably
Make a
should.
motion to
What's the name of
approve
the-
getting,
Who's the name of the guys doing it?
his name is Alex Giroux. He has the name of his company. I'll bring a written estimate, but he'll
Okay.
probably do it sooner than later and just bill us, but
Alex Giroux.
yeah.
And make sure you state if that's coming out of reserve account, which reserve account that's coming out of, please.
Air garage roofs.
So I make a motion that we approve to have the garage roof fixed in the sum of $1,800 to $2,000 and to be paid out of building and maintenance.
So
150
moved.
Main Street.
Building and maintenance account.
Reserve, yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing, I guess, on our other business, I know you had mentioned your box. Should we wait and put the box till next year after that's more?
I was thinking that too. We could actually incorporate that sign we have, your box, right into all that stuff.
When you first pull in, right on the right, just by the tree,
Yeah.
kind of, maybe.
Former tree.
You put your stuff in the, oh, it'd be on the, oh, that's the
Be on
wrong
the
side of
wrong
the
side,
car.
but we could, I think we could incorporate it in there and make everything look pretty good.
The voting box, that's what you need, what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Can we drive it? How much do we own behind the garage? Can we could drive around the back of the garage and drop it off? You put
It's
the
gonna
box,
be on my site.
Come on.
put it in the garage. It'd be like a drop by, like a drive. You could sit in there, slide the tray. Get a hamburger.
Anything else for other business?
I'm good, I think.
Now, just to touch base on that with the box, now that would probably be moved after election or before election. I just don't know how
No,
residents.
we're not gonna touch it right now. We're just talking.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
That's why we'll have to spend some time. We should maybe we'll schedule a meeting. First thing in the spring, maybe we'll schedule a
okay.
we can all just, why don't you start thinking up of some ideas, and if you want to sketch, everybody sketch a few different ideas out there, and then we can, I don't think we need to spend $20,000 and get some study done, but I think if we
Oh,
get
God, no. Yeah.
some ideas that we agree on, then we can just, then we can start getting some estimates. I mean, I know
Okay.
a few landscapers who could build a wall, and some concrete guys, and get a couple paving estimates. I think we could get it together first thing
Okay,
spring. Be nice.
okay.
Okay, next up is the approval of the minutes from October 3rd.
I read these today. I make a motion that we approve Monday, October 3rd minutes
So moved.
as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, warrants.
Yeah, the only question I had was the on the one payroll, did you have those circled because the check numbers were out of sequence? Is that, you had three little circles in red?
No, that was just to indicate that those were actually checks.
Okay,
So those amounts have to be deducted from that grand total to reach my ACH payment amount down below.
yep, okay,
So that's just, yeah,
yep.
head scratching.
And scratching, I think. I make a motion that we approve the warrants.
So move.
All those in favor? Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, executive session.
Oh, you gotta make me read that?
Somebody's gonna read it. Somebody's gonna read it from the camera.
Do we read both of them?
No, just the legal one.
Just the legal one? I move to find that premature general public knowledge regarding the town's legal strategy with certain contract members would clearly place the town at a substantial disadvantage because the select board risks disclosing its negotiating strategy if it discusses the strategy in public. I move that we enter an executive session to discuss confidentially attorney-client communications made for the purpose of providing professional legal services to the body under the provisions of Title I, Section 313A1F of the Vermont statute. I have a second.
Second.
Or so move, yeah.
Yep.
All those in favor? Aye. I would say that it would be Matt, Dave, Scott, Dave, and we're gonna contact the town attorney, and he's gonna phone in.
Okay, very good.
Good night.
Thanks,
Good
Deb.
night. Thanks, Deb.
We're out of executive session at 7:15, no action taken. Last thing to do is adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
So move. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Recording's off. Bye, David.
We're still doing it.